What's going on, troopers? Welcome to the Trooper Transmission. We got Brandon Graver here to talk about all things troopers and fitness. And dude, appreciate the time and excited to dive into this one with you.
Yeah, not a problem. Good to be here.
Yeah. So wind the clock back 6 months ago. You reach out, asking about training like a trooper and all that good stuff. So I guess what inspired you to reach out and then ultimately join this army of troopers that we got?
Yeah. I was definitely looking for something different. I think I have a different background to many here. I just finished running my 10th marathon at the Walt Disney World Marathon and knew that I needed to take a break from running. I did not have the time nor the energy to put in another, long training cycle, especially in the winter, the summer coming up, and then just with my job, I travel a lot, so I knew I couldn't put in the time and effort. So I was definitely looking for something different and complementary that could help me if I wanted to, which I'll inevitably run another marathon sometime in the future, but was looking for something complementary. In the past, I did CrossFit, so weights and picking up and dropping heavy things was not foreign to me. So it's typical runner. I don't like to stretch and I don't like to strength train. So knew I needed to do something different with my time. So just looking at things on Googling things and to see what kind of fitness themed around Star Wars, Troopers, Mandalorian was out there, and of course came across you and started doing some of the YouTube the videos, and then was just like, you know what, I could see a real benefit of going in and doing an actual training, programmed to do one-on-one and get the type of training that I would need to help me improve to get to the next level, both in just general fitness, but also future running.
Yeah, dude, and I love that. That's a lot of well thought out planning. And I think the thing that always stood out to me in our initial conversation is you were being proactive about it. It wasn't, oh man, I'm breaking down running. It's, all right, I just finished a marathon. I know I want to continue to do this, but I need to shore up some things. And so I love that you were moving towards a goal
Mhm.
as opposed to like, oh, I guess I better get off the couch and work out, which nothing against that. I love
No.
people, being active, but they just think it kind of speaks to your mindset and tackling things. So once you got started, were there any like questions or concerns? Obviously, you're no stranger to working out 2 hours a day, 6 days a week, but did you feel you were able to pick things up pretty quick, or were there things that were a little bit different? What was your experience joining?
I mean, I first hesitated to start because I sat down with my wife, who's absolutely supportive of me. I mean, she works out 6, 7 days a week. She goes to a gym that has set workouts and everything. So she likes the regimented. She works from home, so it's the yes, I would like to have a set time to do a set workout, and that she can do. Me, I like to be able to mix it up depending on what my schedule is. So not having to, yes, wake up at 4 o'clock to make sure I went to a 5 o'clock class or something like that. But the problem is I'm also a perfectionist and an overachiever. I mean, you could see there's lots of pieces of paper behind me and, cursed with the overachiever. And sometimes I have the problem of being an all or nothing type person. You either do it and you do it well, or it was a failure. So I mean, my concern, my wife's concern was that I would not have fun, that I would end up putting too much pressure on myself to hit every single workout, hit every nutrition goal, et cetera, et cetera. Which, I mean, I think is common when you're starting something. You want to do your best, and you will hit hiccups and roadblocks and things along the way, but just making sure that you're having fun and wanting to work out and not being like, oh my gosh, I need to do this because it's scheduled, but also like I get to do it. And it's one of those, it's nice stress relief from work, stress relief from having to deal with two young children. Sometimes there's nothing better than going out for a run or picking up and dropping stuff to relieve stress and get your mind cleared and being able to do that whenever I wanted to and when I could. It wasn't a set time to do it, was helpful. But yeah, definitely the overachiever and trying to get that out of my headspace. And you and I had some conversations on, well, how'd this week go? Well, pinpointing, I didn't do well here, didn't do well here. And you've done a very good job of changing my mind frame to looking at the positives of, yeah, you overate, here, but that was extra fuel that you had to do the workout the next day. So it's been great to have that kind of insight. I mean, for all my running, it's all been done. I haven't had a coach or any kind of, you download the training plan, you do the training plan, you get frustrated because of the training plan. There is no initial feedback of, or adjustments or guidance. So it's been really nice to have that capabilities, and having you there to guide me and to support me, and having all the other troopers in the program to support one another and providing guidance and providing support and getting you, picked up when, you fell off the wagon, but also just being able to nerd out and, have the fun aspect of it, of there is something more than just doing these certain workouts and, making sure you eat enough protein and carbs and everything, but there's also the tying it together to something that you enjoy, which has been really nice.
Yeah, definitely. And I totally get where you're coming from in the if I sign up for something, I got to do it to the best of my ability. Anything short of perfection is failure,
Right.
and it's really easy to fall into that. And so I think the at least my way of finding that balance is having, obviously the fun elements and just saying, all right, I, fell short, but if you always are perfect, then it's, well, where's the growth? And sometimes it's almost like in not being perfect or not growing, there's growth in that. And that's where the nerd in me is going to use the Yoda quote, the greatest teacher failure is, because then you can say, oh, I fell short. What can I take away from this? And so, yeah, definitely,
I also
definitely.
also wanted to make sure it was fun because, like I said, I have two young kids. I have a 5-year-old and a soon-to-be 3-year-old, and I wanted to be, a good role model for them. I mean, obviously they see both of us working out, but I don't want them to see myself getting frustrated because something didn't go right, or you know, trying not to overanalyze the food choices that I make in front of them, because I don't want them to have that negative connection between food and, weighing things and weighing yourself and everything. So it's definitely been trying to a different mindset there of, and they've been loving it. I mean, they like to go on stroller runs and they like to come downstairs and do workouts with daddy. Sometimes not the best situation of being efficient and getting my weight training done, because they also like to pick up things, or, it's like, can't you go over there and watch your tablets or color and everything? And all of a
Yeah.
sudden they're over into your space and daddy, look at me, and, trying to lift up a 15-pound weight and just knowing if they drop it on them, there's going to be, a lot to pay. So it's been great to get them involved and get them to see the fun. And they know daddy likes the Mandalorian and Grogu, and they have that to look forward to, and they want to watch it all, and it's just like, yeah, it's a little too early for you to watch it, but I definitely got you decked out in all the Grogu stuff, because they have really cute Grogu outfits for young kids. So
Yeah.
they've been doing that, and it's been very positive, both for my health and happiness and stress relief, and having a nice, happy, healthy family.
Yeah, absolutely. You just gave me an idea for something that kids can do while you work out. Do like non-heavy weights that they can draw on with markers and pens so they think that they are destroying something, but in reality, like that's what you're supposed to do. Where they're like down in the gym, like, oh, a kettlebell, let me draw on it. And you're like, yeah, do that while I use the actual kettlebell and get my workout in.
Okay, well, we'll go
Um,
50-50 on that one.
yeah, we'll go 50-50 on that one. That was your idea. Okay, cool. So, finding that balance between having fun, but also getting stuff done. Last week you finished a test week, and it was great to see, you actually improve everything on a PR standpoint. And so for you, what would you say, like, either like some big changes you've seen are, or like your three keys to success where you're like, man, like if as long as I keep doing this, it's going to improve my running, it's going to improve my energy, it's going to improve confidence. Like, what are the things that you notice as the biggest movers to you either performing better or feeling better?
Yeah, I mean, one of is flexibility, and not physical flexibility, but mental flexibility of understanding things aren't going to go perfectly, or when things don't go perfectly, what can you do? I think we've all have gotten a little bit more flexible after COVID, just from the whole work from home and trying to change things up. But I work for work. I travel a lot, which involves having to be more flexibility with getting the correct nutrition and trying to figure out macros, whether it's going out to eat, or I do a lot of grocery shopping at supermarkets, and preparing things in the hotel room, or just different gym equipment in hotels. I know you've been on